Still waiting for the proceedings in the counter assembly. Actually, we're waiting for the MCS for the session to start.
Next order.
Administration of oath.
Next order.
Communication from the chair.
Honourable members, the House expecting the report of the Public Service Committee, and due to technicalities, it will not be dispensed today because such a report needs a 3 days notice for it to be dispensed. Since the notice was given in the morning, so it will be dispensed after the lapse of 3 days notice. Thank you. Next order.
Messages.
Next order.
Petitions.
Next order.
Papers.
Next order.
Notices of motions.
Next order.
Statements.
Statements to be issued. The Honorable Michelle Moyo, Chairperson, Lands, Housing and Urban Planning. Any member of the committee? Any member of the Committee on Lands, Housing and Urban Planning? The Honorable Charles Kegana.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. On behalf of the Honorable Michelle Moyo, Chairperson, Lands, Housing and Urban Planning, I rise to give a statement, Honorable Speaker, as follows. Regarding the status of the Nyamira and the Keroka municipalities, the Chairperson should respond on the following. Whether the municipality boards for Nyamira and the Keroka are currently in place, and if not, what steps have been taken towards the establishment of the same. Number two, Speaker, even in place, the date on which the advertisement for the positions of the board was made. Number three, the office or entity responsible for placing the advertisement. Number four, the total number of applicants who expressed interest in serving on the municipality. Honorable Speaker, number five, the total number of applicants who were shortlisted for consideration. Number six, the body or office responsible for vetting the shortlisted candidates. Number seven, Honorable Speaker, when and where the vetting was done or conducted rather. Number eight, have the vetted officers reported to their workstations. I thank you, Honorable Speaker. That is the end.
Thank you. Next order. Before next order, the Honorable George Abuga, Leader of Majority.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I raise, Honorable Speaker, to respond to a statement that was raised in this House regarding the appointment of Dr. Paris Rocco to the position of the County Executive Committee member in charge of agriculture, livestock, and fisheries topics. Honorable Speaker, We have a response from the County Secretary and Head of County Public Service, which I will go read, Mr. Speaker. Response for statement. We are conveyed your letter dated 1st July 2025 on the above, and the County Secretary is pleased to respond as follows. The first issue, where and how vetting, appointment, and swearing in of Dr. Peris Nyaboke Mongare was conducted. Response. The said officer was nominated pursuant to provision of Section 35 of the County Government Act 2012. This was occasioned by a vacancy which occurred following resignation of one of the ECMs in December 2024. The nominee's details was transmitted to the Assembly for necessary statutory approvals, upon which His Excellency the Governor appointed her as the CECM, having received a report dated 4th April 2025 from the Assembly. She consequently took the prescribed oath of office as provided in the County Government Act 2012, handed over by the judiciary. At the time of her nomination, vetting, and subsequent appointment, the executive was guided by various orders of the court on the various matters that were before the various courts, specifically the ruling dated 4 November 2024 in the Nyamira High Court petition number 008 E008 of 2024 Honourable Speaker, and we have captured interpreting the issues raised there. Honourable Speaker, this is further supported by the order of 6th February 2025, Nyamira HCCHR petition E001 of 2025. The sum effect of those orders expressly and by implication, the court was consistent, Honourable Speaker, and that the former Speaker was holding office then. Honourable Speaker, these orders have since been vacated and the executive has duly complied. Item 2 was a response on why the county executive disregarded the county assembly advisory regarding transacting with Bunge Mashinani. The response. The county executive is a law-abiding entity governed by the rule of law. It is in the public domain that there have been disputes in the county assembly over the last 8 months, and during those months there were conflicting orders of the courts. Orders in the case number Nyamira HCCHRP petition E008 of 2024, Enoko Kero versus Nyamira County Assembly, and Clark Nyamira County Assembly, and 7 others. Orders given by Justice Kwani and Nyamira HCJR of E007 stroke of 2024 appeared to suggest that Okero was still in office. You may remember, I don't know, speak also that there were certain notices were settings. Speaker, they have attached Cassette notes number 14229, and the county executive having been served and notice having been effected and stated above, and this having not been vacated, they were had an situation and confusion until June. Honourable Speaker, the Bomet judgment in Bomet petition number E004 of 2025, running on the judge, brought clarity and nullified the said notices and made a pronouncement of the validity of the said activities carried out. The executive, once served the orders, has obeyed and complied with the orders of the fully. From the foregoing, it is clear the executive was guided by the orders of the court and not disregarded any order. Issue number 3, why Dr. Paris Nyaboke Oroko is still in office against the court judgment sitting in Bomet on 4th June 2025 on the consolidated petition number 004 of 2025 that declared all activities conducted by the Bunge as illegal, null, and void. The county executive is aware of the judgment cited above. The court, in its final orders, found as follows. Quotation, as I pen off, it is salient to state that all issues raised by the respective advocates have been considered by the court in arriving at its decision. In the end, I make the following final orders in respect to all 3 matters as consolidated herein. 1. Permit petition number E005 of 2025 is dismissed. 2. A declaration be and is hereby issued that the Daily Nation newspaper advertisement on 11th March 2025 on public participation in the Nyamira County Fiscal Strategy Paper 2025-2026, inviting members of the public and all stakeholders to a public participation forum and submission of memoranda and subsequent exercise is illegal, null, and void. An order of judicial review by way of mandamus to issue compelling the second and third respondents to present and submit the county fiscal strategy paper to the second petitioner through its bona fide clerk of the Nyamira County Assembly, Honorable Duke Onyali, for purpose of making recommendations, consideration, and approval of the county fiscal strategy paper 2025-2026 as part of its budget making process. 4. An order of certiorari is granted questioning Cassette Notice number 14229 of 2024, 14230 of 2024, and 14273 of 2024, dated 29th October, 26th October, and 30th October 2024, respectively. 5. Each party to bear its own cost. No Speaker, that judgment was read, delivered, dated and signed virtually on the 4th day of June 2025 by Judge J.K. Naranga. Order number 1 on compliance. Order number 1 did not require an action from the executive. Order number 2, it quashed the county fiscal strategy paper 2025. The executive fully complied with orders. Order number 3, the executive resubmitted the county fiscal strategy paper as ordered. Order number 4, the Cassette Notices quashed by the court in order number 4 were 14229, which touched on the alternate areas of county assembly, 14230, which quashed the appointment of Silvanus Nyamira as the acting clerk, and 14273 of 2024, which quashed the membership of CASIP. And the Cassette Notices that were quashed, the executive have complied. Our county law office have not been able to establish the final orders as regards Dr. Paris Oroko from the order cited above. We request that if the House is in possession of other orders not cited herein, then the executive requests that we be as possible for purpose of compliance. Issue number 4, Honourable Speaker, how the county executive intends to comply with the court judgment and the Senate advisory declared all activities conducted by the Bunge Machinery faction as illegal, null, and void. In regard to the above, the compliance with the court judgments, the executive, as to the best of our knowledge, fully complied with the final orders of the court. If there are any pending issues, we are ready to comply fully as may be guided by the court. Further, we wish to confirm that we are not aware of the contents of the Senate report, as we have not been served with the same, having not been a party to the matter before the Senate. Now, Speaker, this response is signed by Dr. Jack Magara, who is the County Secretary and the Head of County Public Service. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, honourable members. I will now play in folk number 1, together with standing order number 29 and the standing order number 42. And it gives time to the County Assembly, honourable members, to give statements of topical concern and themes. We are on the healing period as we proceed. Members, the Honorable Manager,
Honorable Speaker, thank you for the chance and the kindness in my presence in the House. Although I wasn't very ready for the same, Honorable Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to welcome my colleague members who have come back after what happened. I want to say, Honorable Speaker, that as you have put it correctly, we are in the healing process. Should we go forget the past and see that we work for the people. However, Honorable Speaker, as we hear, I was trying to digest the response that Honorable Church has just read. And Honorable Speaker, I find it very rude from the said County Secretary in response to what was asked in this House. Honorable Speaker, it is not very clear how Paris Oroko was stated. The response is not clear. Two, Honorable Speaker, all of us are aware that all activities at Bunge Mashinani were nullified, including the recruitment of the said fellow who was recruited during Bunge Mashinani activities. The word activity encompasses a lot. All that happened during that period in Bunge Mashinani. If a state notice is nullified, then it means all that was done for the state notice is also nullified. Honorable Speaker, there is a lot of pretense here that they are not aware of any order that barred Dr. Berries. Honorable Speaker, the order that the activities were nullified, the order that the state notice had put in place the Bunge Mashinani had been nullified. That means the Bunge Mashinani was illegal. And anything done there was null and void. And it was also illegal. It is stated in the orders as read and as attached in the response, Honorable Speaker. People want to interpret the law selectively and in favor of. Honorable Speaker, I find this response unsatisfying, and as it stands, Honorable Speaker, all these activities, including the swindling of money in Bunge Mashinani, was illegal. Even, Honorable Speaker, if in any case we earned at the Bunge Mashinani, it was also illegal. If in any case we were paid any stipends during the Bunge Mashinani as about the activities we did at the Bunge Mashinani, in case I was there, it is illegal. So, Honorable Speaker, we cannot hide behind interpretation to favor a certain party or a faction so that we are given such a response, Honorable Speaker. This is a house of honor, and when we seek a statement, Honorable Speaker, does not mean we don't know and we don't have the facts. The facts, we have them, we know what happened, and all the activities, including the supplementary budget, Honorable Speaker, it is criminal. And anybody who uses that budget did a crime, and therefore the House can even recommend EACC and the DCI and other state agents to investigate the matter, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Doris Nyamanga, something on the ECD teachers on the question. Proceed. The Honorable Doris Nyamanga.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for recognizing the honorable males in the House. I want to, before I comment about the ECD teachers, first and foremost, I'm heartbroken for the demise of an icon, and I am ready, an heroine in the Gusii politics who broke the yoke of male chauvinism and male dominance in Gusii politics, Honorable Catherine Mora Nyamato. As a lady, as a woman in politics, and Kenya at large, we are mourning that lady. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, with that condolence, I want to welcome my colleagues who suffered because of either taking stands here and there, but because of your wisdom that God gave you. And I say that you have a Solomonic wisdom. And I know you have what broken many of us. But may God bless you as the Speaker of the Nyamira County Assembly, because you are a symbol of unity. You are our father, even if you are young. You are our everything. Treat us equally before you and before God. Secondly, I want to echo what Honorable Beneta has said. There was a statement that was sought in this House on how money was spent at Bunge Mashinani. By getting a statement or through evenings, so that we can get to know who and by how much each and every one of us benefited from Bunge Mashinani, so that we can set the record straight. Because that is Mwananchi money, not anybody's money. On that, Mr. Speaker, I urge that we put all the political differences aside and work for the people of Nyamira. We have trended negatively in social media and even in the international media. When you tell somebody that you come from Nyamira, you have said you also come from Nyamira, whereby we have got everything in choose. But I thank God, through the judge in Bomet, brought sanity into this House. I remember on 19th, I stood here and said for us to get sanity in this House, we had to confirm Honorable, we had to confirm on Mr. Onyari as the clerk. So whoever who masqueraded, Doris never voted in Nyabaro, Honorable Nyabaro as the speaker, me, I wish to distance myself that I voted and I participated in voting you in as the Speaker of the County Assembly of Nyamira. I want to put the record straight. Lastly, something to do with ECD teachers. When we were sworn in as honorable members of this house, I remember Honorable Benecha was the chair, Education Committee, and I, Doris, as the vice chair. We did a report on how those teachers who are handling our young ones are going to be paid as per SRC recommendations. And I think that report is in the archives, Mr. Speaker, sir. Those teachers, they spend every day taking care of our young ones, teaching them on even how to use it, something that we as parents, we have neglected. So we should think of them. What I urge this afternoon, as a teacher, because once a teacher, always a teacher, let us think that those are our wives, those are our mothers, those are our sisters, those are our brothers, those are our husbands. They need a better pay. Honorable Speaker, sir, us, we come together. I urge this house that let every honorable member be where he or she fits to serve that department. I've not demeaned anybody, but I'll say that Honorable Benecha, when he was the chair, he did a marvelous job. So I don't want to praise him too much, but we need to do something because ECD, Mr. Speaker, sir, is a devolved unit. That is the work of the county government, not the national government. So if the teachers who are under the national government, they are not complaining, why should we mistreat our brothers and sisters? Why can't we put ourselves in their shoe?
Order the member of the public leaving the public gallery, subject to terms, should come back and bow before he leaves the house. Subject to terms. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I don't know what to call you. I keep on calling you Solomon of Nyamira. You have brought sanity, and sanity will prevail. Before I pen down or I sit down, I say that let us think of how to help those teachers. The budget was set aside during our regime. Where it went, I don't know. But we need to revive, and I know under your watch, everything will be okay in this county assembly and the county government of Nyamira, because we have proven that Nyamira County is greater than an individual. Nyamira County is a county of possibilities, is a county for everybody. Thank you, and God bless you and guide you in every step that you do.
Thank you. Should we proceed? The Honorable Deputy Speaker, on general statements and on the demotivated county government workers. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. One, I want to comment on the statement which the rural majority has just finished highlighting. It is unfortunate that some of the issues have been handled haphazardly, and it has not been given much attention as it should be. Honorable Speaker, it is in record that the Honorable Okero had and legislated 4 areas of Bunge Mashinani, and the Town Secretary has stated here that they had conservatory orders. Honorable Speaker, the conservatory orders give him express permission to go and conduct businesses outside the precincts of this house. So, Mr. Speaker, it is mischievous from the County Secretary to tell us that Morocco was properly put in office by the former Speaker using conservatory orders and some cassette notices which were generated illegally. Because, Honorable Speaker, there was no motion moved in this Honorable House to allow any other business to be conducted outside this Honorable House. Honorable Speaker, it is in record that in this Honorable House, a motion was moved and passed by the Honorable Senator that henceforth there should be no bunga mashinani going forward, because we have noted that there are going to be such events outside there. So, and if I quote, the County Secretary has stated that the County Executive, having been served and the notices having been in effect, and the orders cited above, Mr. Speaker, the above orders, as I can see, is a gazette notice. I wonder if a gazette notice is an order to allow somebody to effect such important county activities. To Mr. Speaker, on the issue of ECD teachers, Mr. Speaker, it is a thorn in our county, because in many occasions we have had the cries of our ECD teachers, but it is unfortunate that nothing has been done as far as their welfare is concerned. Orders have been given that they effect the CRC recommendations, which they have not. Mr. Speaker, as if that one is not enough, the scholarship which the governor proudly announced that they are taking care of vulnerable students is being manipulated, is being divided, is being misused. As we speak, Honorable Speaker, we have students out there who have been chased, and when we check in various schools, there are balances. Others 100,000, others 50,000. And they are manipulating outside there that they are paying those fees for vulnerable students. Honorable Speaker, let the records be put straight. This is a house of records. So I would like that the Chair Education brings a report of all those beneficiaries and how much has been paid to them, and if there is any balances, for us to ascertain the monies which were allocated to scholarships. Leave alone, Mr. Speaker, the bursary, we don't know where the 130 million and the watch.
Honorable Chairs, Liaison, not shift every blame the other side. Let us stay focused. Proceed. 30 seconds.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Sometimes it hurts. So we have to speak the truth to be set free. As Mr. Speaker said that as the honorable members, we have what it takes to make sure that we are so much concerned because we appropriate money here in this honorable house, and we have to make sure that the money is properly utilized.
Thank you.
Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. The one, let me welcome you back after serving a suspension of 8 sittings. And they served the punishment faithfully, the one Honorable Abel Mokaya.
Thank you, Chair. And I appreciate the moment I've been outside there with my wife, those who are sent there, Speaker, to go and do something to bring back the parents and sanity of which I've done. And I thank God that I sustained the 7 sittings suspension in the compliance with the law. Mr. Speaker, allow me to comment on the response which was issued regarding why Dr. Perez is still in office. Mr. Speaker, when we look at this response, they are now beginning by saying that the executive is a law-abiding entity, guided by the law, governed by the law, so meaning that they observe the law. And they go ahead on the Speaker saying that we comply with the ruling or the judgment that was issued on 4th. How is this one actually manifested in their compliance? And the Speaker will say they comply. They complied means that they had to obey what was quashed. If machinery was quashed, they have to admit. If her position was quashed, she has to admit and forget the limits law that can favor anybody. The law does not recognize that you are the boss or you are whatever category. The law is law. The same law that put me in the suspension is the same law that forces her to vacate the office until she is legally back. And I don't see, Honourable Speaker, if there is any deal. If she gets out of the office and be appointed by the governor, because the governor has the same power to appoint the CCM, Honourable Speaker. So let us, as the counter assembly, Honourable Speaker, advise them again. If maybe they have overlooked the law, let them just cross and revisit the law that whatever that was done at the Boki machinery remains illegal, and they start practicing things in the right way that can be approved and adopted in this house. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, my word is that for us to move, we must have legitimate people to work with, the legal people to work with. That time, we legally put her in office. It's over, Honourable Speaker. Let us now embrace the law and practice the law. That's when we can call this total or maximum compliance. There's nothing we can do by this. Whether we jump up or down, whether they try or what they write a very long response here on the Speaker. The law remains that everything was pushed from machinery. Let us now revise and advise the governor to reappoint if it remains that he needs her back, he has an opportunity to reappoint so that she may be reverted and into the soil of his own speaker. I don't see, because Honorable Dr. Pence has served in this government for quite long. She has experience. And there's no excuse on the speaker with the law. Let her accept the law, and that is the stand of the law. As a support of the executive order speaker, this one known speaker, we differ. We need justice, and that's how we can now put the house in order and the exams start to work. Actually, they are wasting time. The best thing, they could have just re-advertised that position so that they move with the speed to approve that name in this same house. Thank you.
Thank you, the Honorable James Keganda, Samara
Honorable Speaker, thank you once again.
1 minute.
I didn't take less than that 1 minute, Honorable Speaker. I don't support at all. I don't support this response from these people are confused. They want to confuse us, and we are not confused, Honorable Speaker. Like there is a statement here, Honorable Speaker, number 2, why the county executive disregarded the county assembly advisory regarding transacting with the Gonge Masina, Honorable Speaker. And you get the county secretary indicating that there were several conflicting orders. How come they followed the orders of Bunge Masinan? Honorable Speaker, in brief, they are taking us for granted. They want to finish time. It's 3 years, Honorable Speaker, since we came to this house. And we saw by the Bible that we protected the law, we protected the Constitution. And for those 3 years, Honorable Speaker, there is nothing in the entire country which has been done. Honorable Speaker, I'm suggesting that we get a response and the executive to appoint, to look for another nominee. With this Paris, it's okay. If it is a different person, so that the process can be done by this house. Honorable Speaker, it is long overdue, and that is arranged in that office. And then we could have even powers other than the ones who were citing. Honorable Speaker, this is a police case. It should be reported in police. And the stranger in the Department of Agriculture as CC be affected. Honorable Speaker, I don't at all support this response. It is Biroba. Thank you.
Thank you, the Honorable Kenneth Atuti Nyamira, over this power.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Straight to the point, number 1. Mr. Speaker, I, myself, Nyamira, we served in this first assembly. In 2016, a motion was moved in this honorable house to make us to bring a Masinani. The unfortunate thing, that was in 2016. That was in 2015. It's very unfortunate that people can read the past. And people will want to work with the impunity. Honorable Speaker, if you look at this is a sum. It's not unavoidable from beginning. In the first case, there was no procedural motion that took people to maximum. Number 2, Honorable Speaker, I personally, with the little majority, we went to Kenya and said, Kenya government permit us that took these people to Masinani. To my surprise, the cassette notes was from Kiambu County. So, Honorable Speaker, I don't know whether it is in order for the county secretary to keep on misleading this honorable house. And I want to say that this honorable house has powers equivalent to the High Court. Honorable Speaker, it needs some measures to be taken to this Honorable Council Secretary for misleading this Honorable House on giving fake information to this House, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in the same note, the CEC aggregate, Madam Paris, the purported, we sat with her, and actually, at times, even the brains become obsolete. I do not see any good impact that she did give for the last 13 years. I don't know why she should be recycled in this county government, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish we could acknowledge and reach to young men who can go to explore more information and who can learn even better on this department, Honorable Speaker. In my view, I want this Honorable House to take a stand measure by allowing that we allow you to do a memo that will declare her to vacate the office until the party notes until we approve it, Honorable Speaker. As we live here, we want to mandate you as a speaker to make sure that the input that has come from this Honorable House, if you check it and you look at the mood of the members, there is nobody who is trusting the work that is going on in this county, Honorable Speaker. Number 3, Honorable Speaker, we've talked about the education fund support, the ECD. It's really embarrassing that even 13 years down the line, even the Section 4 has not been accomplished in this county. Even the ECD teachers have not been honored by giving what is their due rights. Honorable Speaker, the minister in charge, the ECC in charge of education, she has got no obligation if she's not taking our education system serious. Honorable Speaker, foundation is very important, it's key for any of us. And if we cannot take foundation as a key, then we will not make good students and good future career men and women who are growing. Honorable Speaker, I know one of the issues, next week we are going to send it over the same, but it is embarrassing this county, it's embarrassing every individual of this county on the way the matters of government is run. Every other time, Honorable Speaker, we are finding ourselves in a wrong way. Honorable Speaker, having said court ruled upon the Buke Mashinani, I do not know how far what Senate recommended and what the courts recommended about surcharging anybody.
Order. Order. You don't need us to go that way.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
Finally, Honorable Speaker, I thought of concern this morning from yesterday. There are many alarming calls coming from all over my ward and the neighboring ward, Rigoma, about the status of roads in this county, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, yesterday a bus was moving from the hills of Eronge in Rigoma, and it went to the beach. The road is impassable, and there are many several roads that are impassable in this county. More than 3/4 of the roads in this county are not passable, Honorable Speaker. I do not know. We have put a lot of money for roads in our last budget, but still a majority of county residents.
Order the member of public leaving the public gallery. Do the necessary searches attempts. Last warning for today, whoever leaving the public gallery should do the necessary.
So, Honorable Speaker, I want
The rules of the house has to be adhered accordingly. Kindly. Proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I don't know what can be done so that the people of Nyamira can benefit from the taxpayers' money, Honorable Speaker. Roads are impassable. There are many workers in the county executive who are crying and lamenting why they have been demoted, why they cannot receive salaries, and so forth and so forth. Honorable Speaker, I don't get ashamed to serve in this assembly today for one reason. As much as a few of us will think that we are making a negative impact, Honorable Speaker, but I want to say that I served in the first assembly that successfully impeached the speaker, and I've served in the last assembly that has successfully impeached the speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Order. Are you trying to intimidate the sitting speaker?
Not so, Honorable Speaker. I'm saying we are getting it negative publicity, which to me, I'm not ashamed, and I'm saying it's aiding the county governments in this country. Actually, very soon, you should be proud that people will come here for benchmarking.
Thank you.
We are preventing devolution, and we have to punish anybody who makes devolution not work in whichever way.
Thank you. Do the necessary. You should not lament. You should do the necessary. Honorable Nyamira, the standing orders are very clear. The Honorable Mina Riech, member from Magombo 1. 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to be very brief. One, Mr. Speaker, I take cognizance of your having served two and a half times in this office. This house as a member of county assembly, and now that you are elevated to the position of Speaker, the Speaker, the one and the county at large looks at you as a beacon of hope for the people of Nyamira in driving the proceedings in this house, and again ensuring that the government, as one of I say, does not eat them. It's known that governments most oftenly governments eat their own people, and I know this county government will not eat its own people under your watch, and we have a lot of trust in your leadership, Mr. Speaker, as the beacon of hope. And again, this house must stand to protect the vulnerable in our society. The people of Nyamira are crying loudly that they want help, that they want assistance, and they want protection. And all members of this house swore that they will protect, uphold and protect the Constitution, and which means that we have to take care of the vulnerable in our society. So, Mr. Speaker, I applaud you for one, bringing sanity to the county, stabilizing the politics of this county, and that we are here debating soberly and protecting the Constitution as we spoke. Mr. Speaker, I must say that I'm surprised by the response given to the statement sought in this House. The response we just gotten from the executive is shallow, it's hollow, and it's deceitful, and it's not even worth the paper it's written on. So I want to draw your attention to page 2 of the response, that is paragraph 3, where the response says the Bomet judgment in Bomet petition number E004 of 2025, J, brought clarity and nullified the said notices and made a pronouncement on the validity of the said activities carried out by the machinery. Mr. Speaker, bring validity to the said activities. Instead, it brought invalidity to the all activities carried out by Bunge Machinery. So, on the basis of this statement, this statement is deceitful. And again, I'm surprised that the executive has chosen to selectively isolate some elements, some purported orders, which we are purported to have been issued by the Nyamira court, and again, which were nullified by the final orders of the court. So the executive should not cling to any order purport to have been given by the Nyamira court or any other court. So it must comply with the final orders issued by the government court regarding Guru Mashinani. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I'm making a request. Mr. Speaker, I've seen my friend Mose here having served gratefully his term, and he's back and he's smiling here, and I'm pleased to see him back. But again, Mr. Speaker, we want to have some truth, some information on the activities that were carried out at Bunge Mashinani. We need to know what exactly happened, how it happened, the extent of the damage that was caused by the said Bunge Mashinani, so that it's documented to deter future occurrences. Mr. Speaker, I'm honestly and humbly making a request to you that we find and appoint an ad hoc committee to look specifically into the Bunge Mashinani thing in totality and bring a report to this office and to this house so that we know the extent of damage caused, and so that we can also have recommendations to deter future occurrences of such activities. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I also want to voice my concern and pass my message of condolence to the family of Madam Catherine Nyamato, former nominated MP, and an icon, also icon in this county, who passed on yesterday. And on behalf of the great people of Makombo, I convey my sincere condolences to the family and wish them warmth at this time of sadness. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. On the issue of ad hoc committee, we will give guidance. Thank you. The Honorable Henry Oboya Gachowa.
Thanks, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity. I really don't want to go back to what my colleagues have been saying. I'll go straight to very sensitive points. Number one, I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker. You started by saying this is a hearing process. During a hearing process, people have to be cautious on the steps that are taken. We may think we are hearing, but we are dividing each other more. So let's be cautious on that issue. The more sensitive issues on my hand are the ECT teachers. At the inception of the county governments, we had phase one of the teachers. They worked tirelessly for more than 9-10 years. Then they were told, you're too old, you can't work anymore. They were unfairly dismissed. These teachers have not reached 60 years. With the current employment laws, you can even be employed at 59. Most of these teachers were chased away at 45 years. Some of them have died without being given their proper dues. Some of them have lost their husbands. They have got kids who have been chased away from schools. I will urge my fellow colleagues, let's look at those teachers who are suffering at home. Number two, Honorable Speaker, with the present situation, there have been employees in the executive who are dismissed, suspended, without due process of the law taking course. Mr. Speaker, through you to the Committee of Personnel Management, I would like us to revisit properly that issue where some people demoted unfairly. I will give an example of an employee from my ward, Mr. Josh Amonga, who was a senior chief. He went to the university, he did an undergraduate degree. He was appointed job group N as a sub-county admin. 7 years down the line, he's being demoted. He was demoted to job group N from P. Honestly, how unfair can you get? A colleague of his who remains in the mainstream government, who was at the same time a senior chief, has been promoted all the way to the senior deputy county commissioner. This one because he opted to come and serve in the devolved government, instead of being promoted, he's being demoted. How unfair are we? There have been cases of people being accused of having fake certificates. True, we cannot sit in here and support people who forge certificates. But not all those people are being accused of forged certificates had forged certificates. Let them go back to the drawing board, investigate. Where the relevant authorities, public service commissioners, cleared the people, they should be put back to the job groups where they belong, and not being subjected to humiliation. Mr. Speaker, finally, on the issue of bunge mashinani, what was done, the court has said is illegal. However, I would like to call out. There were other members in this August House who were benefiting from bunge mashinani, who were being paid through bunge mashinani. I'm not saying all of them. So let that statement on how the money was spent at bunge mashinani be produced with all the members who received the money, then we can clear and say so and so received this amount of money. Even if it is surcharged, people will be surcharged whether they were in this house or they were in bunge mashinani. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, the Honorable Boyer. Since that matter has been repeatedly mentioned here, I invite you to standing order number 198, and then I go direct to 4. A. An ad hoc committee established under this standing order may not deal with a matter that falls within the mandate of another committee. Therefore, as requested by the Honorable Mida DH, and also supported by the Honorable Sir Henry Oboya, I give it to the Committee of Public Service Management together with the Committee of Legal and Justice to make investigations and make sure they table the report to this House as early as possible. Thank you. I only request you not to repeat on the matters of the finances and regarding the bunge mashinani and other issues. I've ruled on that matter. We proceed on other issues. The Honorable Samuel Geto, 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the chance. And I have two to three issues. I also want to comment and thank you for the chance that we want to hear out our views and make statements. Mr. Speaker, we all belong to Nyamira, and we do not have any other counterpart from Nyamira. This is where. And Nyamira has been mentioned adversely on several fronts. I want to request in this assembly, and you, Mr. Speaker, that we are the people in the authority to change the face of Nyamira. And I want to thank this honorable assembly for standing firm to make it known that we cannot support what is illegal. And by so doing, Honorable Speaker, our name out there has been mentioned well in a good way, and we can now move out and talk with the public. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to request you further that please let us protect the law and let us continue as honorable members, lawmakers, to protect the Constitution and protect our stand in the society. Mr. Speaker, our county has a protected workforce. Nearly all the money goes for salaries. And that's why we are unable to develop the county. The roads are impassable. We have several problems. This is because of the workforce. And some of the people who are working in our county, I wonder, one time, Mr. Speaker, our governor admitted that we have about 500 ghost workers. You know, it shocked me. You cannot admit that you have ghost workers and you are the CEO. It really disturbed me. If we have ghost workers, and that's where the money is going. We must take action. We must know exactly what's happening in our county as legislators and save the situation so that we get money to develop the county. The roads are terrible. Mr. Speaker, there is this issue of the county secretary, and I wonder whether he has read the judgment, the comment judgment. I wish he's served with a copy, Mr. Speaker, so that he can be told the specific areas where the judge commented that whatever that was done was in machinery was illegal, so that he cannot give a response which is not satisfactory. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for inviting the ECD teachers this morning. It really touched us. Mr. Speaker, I want everybody to know that these days we don't have the 45-year rule on the employment issues. One can be employed even at the age of 40, because these days we have personal contributory, pension contributory is now personal. It's not, there is no contribution from the government. So people can be employed at any stage, and that's why we are requesting that those who are the ECD teachers who are included first, they should be looked into so that they can also be observed and be assisted. We also have cases, Mr. Speaker, where the ECD teachers who requested for documentary evidence from NEC, their certificates came late, and to date they have not been observed. They are still lying at home, and the service board said that they were to recruit them, but up to now, the service board has gone home, they have finished their term, and those people are at home. So we should, Mr. Speaker, we should continue agitating for this so that they can also be assisted. As we continue, Mr. Speaker, we want to help our people, particularly the ECD teachers have gone through problems. There is another route, Mr. Speaker, which is suffering. Nurses who were employed and have not been paid their arrears. People working for 9 months. They were only paid salary and not their arrears. So there are so many of them. We should look at these people whom the account owes a lot of money to them in form of arrears, so that they are paid their arrears and they continue to live. Mr. Speaker, something must be done, and we have the people to stamp our authority on this. I want to thank you for whatever you are doing and want to support you so that you bring sanity in our county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Elijah Bere is one of the team among the 10 who owns the park courtesy of a court order. And that one does not mean that the rules of the House will not be followed. Kindly, I welcome you back as you adhere to the House rules. Honorable Elijah Bere.
Honorable Speaker, thank you so much for the opportunity. And indeed, as you said, I am the one of the 10 who were expelled, but courtesy of the court order, we are back. Honorable Speaker, I just want to take this opportunity first and foremost to thank you and I congratulate you for your being the Speaker of the County Assembly of Nyamira. And indeed, as they said here, that it's a milestone to you, having listened from where you were before. Thank you so much, and we pray and wish you all the very best as you discharge your duties. Secondly, Honorable Speaker and the entire House, we also the passing on of Honorable Nyamato, who also comes from our area, and we are here to say honor to the family. As we mourn this icon, we say, may God rest us all in eternal peace. Honorable Speaker, you said here that we are in the hearing process. And the hearing process, Honorable Speaker, sometimes we can remember the past. But when we are hearing, some can say, Honorable Speaker, that we employ the spirit of ADL, or Alternative Dispute Resolution. And this calls for forgiveness, Honorable Speaker. This calls for reconciliation. This also calls for arbitration and a mediation, Honorable Speaker. Yes, some people might be
Honorable members, order, we cannot have 4 members of the country standing at a go. Assume your seats. Honorable Teganda, Honorable Josephine Atunga, the Honorable Sir Henry. Assume your seats. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As I'm saying, Honorable Speaker, that they distracted what I was saying. We started this assembly with a lot of hope and love. But there came a time when there were divisions and the anarchy that we witnessed here. But indeed, as we stand here, we have seen the sanity and we have seen the hope, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, Honorable Speaker. When there is this hope, I would wish that the honorable members of this House, many of us are elders, many of us are elderly people, many of us have worked in various organizations, and we have seen all this. And when we are saying this, Honorable Speaker, how I wish that we remember the first time that we were here and the good times, and then we employ the spirit of forgiveness. And as much as we say this, Honorable Speaker, let us also see that where are we going? We have also said, Honorable Speaker, that upon the judgment of Bomet, we complied with the law, and that's why we came back, Honorable Speaker. And when we came back, Honorable Speaker, we were subjected, yes, to the Powers and Privileges Committee, and we came and we defended ourselves, Honorable Speaker. And upon the decision of this House, Honorable Speaker, we also complied. How I wish that the entire House, even as we go for a short recess, we employ that spirit of forgiveness, and then we have that reconciliation spirit, so that when we come back holding our hands, so that, Honorable Speaker, we work for the people of Nigeria. Finally, Honorable Speaker, I wish to say that I wish each and every member to have that spirit of forgiveness, so that God may...
Order, Honorable members. That's a maiden speech. Having been struck, that's a maiden speech. You should not disrupt. The Honorable Julius Matwere.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for this opportunity. And I wish to start by saying, Honorable Speaker, this county and the nation has lost an icon in the name of the late, my sister, Honorable Catherine Nyamato. who was once a nominated member of parliament in this country, apart from being a serious activist on gender issues, Mr. Speaker. The late comes from the backyard of Nyamira ward, the large Nyamira encompassing township, Honorable Speaker. I wish to state that we are bereaved, those of us who hail from Nyamira, both township and Nyamira name are bereaved. Mr. Speaker, I equally want to recognize that we also lost a former chairman of this county, the late Peterson Awata Mariko, who was once a chair in the defunct Nyamira County Council. Mr. Speaker, the late Awata Mariko will be married tomorrow in his homestead at Kebirigo. And I wanted this house to note that we have lost two prominent people who served this county and the nation in one capacity or another. Mr. Speaker, having paid my glowing tribute to the fallen heroes, allow me to report that was tabled here on the appointment of Paris Oroko as CEC Agriculture. Mr. Speaker, to me,
Honorable Member, assume your seat. Assume your seat, as the Speaker informs you. It's not a report, it is a response. It is a response so that it is captured clearly. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well guided, Mr. Speaker, that was a report tabled by the majority leader on the appointment of Paris Oroko. Honorable Speaker, to me, I find it ironical. I find it satirical, Mr. Speaker, that a county secretary, Honorable Speaker, responds and wants to justify an illegality to be a legality, Mr. Speaker. If I ever had powers to remind him, I could ask him to consult the Honorable Abel Mose on what he should do. Because seemingly, the Honorable Abel Mose knows more about these illegalities than the county secretary, Mr. Speaker. The Honorable Abel Mose, we want to wish you well. Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Abel Mose knows how to maneuver his way out of very serious issues, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I believe if we all follow the rules of the game, by now, to have taken serious steps as a house. Will ever this executive respect the assembly? Will the executive ever recognize, Mr. Speaker, that we have new leadership in this house, Mr. Speaker? If they do, why are they trying to joke about by circumventing our very serious issues, Mr. Speaker? I leave it to your discretion, Mr. Speaker, because you have the wisdom as our Speaker, and I want to believe you will give us direction. we are satisfied with this response, Mr. Speaker, and it leaves a lot to decide, Mr. Speaker. I finally want to say the issue of ECD teachers, Mr. Speaker, has been talked about by my colleagues. And Mr. Speaker, I like to say the ECD teachers issue is a time bomb. Today, hundreds of them were in our assembly, Mr. Speaker. And as we were leaving for an assignment at Nyamira, Mr. Speaker, we found so many of them at the gate. And they were saying, asking us whether we were running away from them. And we only assured them that we were coming back. That's why they left us to go out, Mr. Speaker. But I want to say, these people, once they are appointed, the appointments are done selectively, Mr. Speaker. Those who are serving in phase 1, Mr. Speaker, many of them have undergone tremendous challenges. Some were left out. Even some in phase 2, Mr. Speaker, have also faced several consequences, Mr. Speaker. When some of them were appointed on a permanent and pensionable terms, Mr. Speaker, those who were above 45 were appointment on temporary basis, Mr. Speaker, so that they could be returned to the payroll to serve their, maybe to get money so that they can assist their families. We even requested the governor on the same, and he promised he was going to look into it so that those who are above 45 could be appointed, reappointed, maybe as they ran towards their 60th year, Mr. Speaker. However, nothing was done, and they have really undergone a lot of suffering, Mr. Speaker. I want to say, Mr. Speaker, a lot of wisdom is needed to solve the issue on ECD teachers. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I want to wish you well. We want to believe there will be sense and wisdom so that we can be able to bring sanity into the house. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next, order.
Motions and bills.
Clerk.
First reading, the Nyamira County Community Health Service Amendment Bill 2025. First reading, the Nyamira County Revolving Health Products and Technologies Financing Bill 2025. First reading, the Nyamira County Health Facilities Improvement Finance Bill 2025.
Honourable members, first standing order number 123-1, which states that a bill shall Honourable members, that a bill having been read a first time stands committed to the relevant sectoral committee without question put. I therefore commit the above Committee on Health Services. I so direct. Next order.
Adjournment motion.
The Honorable Joe Chabuka, Leader Majority.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Before I move the adjournment motion, Honourable Speaker, let me recognize the submissions that have been made by several members of this House. Among them, thank members who have condoled with the family of the late Nyamira. Speaker, late Catherine was married in my ward, Bugichora, in Bundes location. To Honour Speaker, and to agree with other gone through a very volatile period. It's high time we look at the challenges that we had and how to solve them in an alternative way, Honour Speaker. Three, Honour Speaker, in the morning we want also to join other members and thank you for giving audience to our ECD teachers and by extension the staff in our county government and especially from the executive. The Speaker, you are aware that the Committee on Public Service Management under the chairmanship of Honorable Josephine Atunga is working on the two categories of staff who are non-teaching, the staff who are teaching, and we are patiently waiting for the report in conjunction with the relevant chairs, like the chair of education. Last but not least, Honour Speaker, as we move a motion for adjournment for a long recess, we are cognizant of several businesses that is on our table. Among them, finalization of the budget that we made for this financial year, and the bigger task of coming up with a united house, Honour Speaker. Honour Speaker, I beg to move a motion, an adjournment motion, and adjournment to a day other than the normal sitting day. Pursuant of the provisions of the County Assembly of Nyamira Standing Order 26 and 27, the County Assembly House Business Committee, with the approval of the County Assembly, determined the calendar of the County Assembly for the session by resolution on the Tuesday, 11th March this year. And thereafter, this House adjusted its calendar and was approved on Thursday, 12th June this year. Mr. Speaker, sir, aware that this county, by its calendar, we are scheduled to proceed for a long recess commencing Friday, 18th July 2025 to Monday, 25th August 2025. Now, Speaker, this is in order to give our honorable members more time to handle other duties and for the county and the country, including having some creating time to have some rest. I will move this motion that this county assembly adjourns until the Tuesday of 26th August 2025 at 9:30 a.m. Honour Speaker, I beg to and call upon the Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Samuel Ogeto Tuseko.
Honorable Samuel Ogeto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand to second.
Thank you. I now propose the question that this House adjourns until Tuesday, 26th of August 2025 at exactly 9 a.m. And members, the floor is open for debate. I now put the question question that this county assembly adjourns until Tuesday, 6th of August 2025 at 9:30 a.m. Whereas many of the similar opinions say aye, whereas many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, on the issue raised here, and already the office of the Speaker has received a complaint on the salaries of ECD teachers. I request the Committee on Education to look at the special salaries as indicated in the pay slips of the ECDE teachers and find out what it means and how come it is not as per the SRC rules. On the same, we look at the delayed salaries that were not paid to the ECD teachers. Remembers, there says it's only that we cannot sit unless we gazette. But the committees will be at work full time, and any issue that will arise within the recess, we will call upon the honorable members to avail themselves. Honorable members, order. Honorable Moses, order.
He has just come back.
Honorable members, the House stands adjourned until Tuesday, the 26th of August 2025 at exactly 9:30 a.m. Order, honorable members.